Welcome back to Undisputed Interview, guys. I'm Trace, the leader or the owner, whatever, of Undisputed Interviews. Today's guest, not today's guest, excuse me. Don't know why. I don't have a guest. Today, we are breaking down and predicting every single UFC fight on UFC 316, the entire fight card. It is almost midnight here. I was lazy. I was going to do this morning, but then I had to go to work and I forgot and I got lazy. So we're doing it right now. I was gonna put it out today. I'm putting it out very early Wednesday. Same thing. So boom, here we go. Let's get into it. First fight: Markel Medeiros versus Mark Chinskoy. Chiniski. I don't know, but it's a very good fight. I watched a couple fights on Mark. He looks pretty good, pretty solid. 8-0. He didn't fight the best competition in the amateurs, but he looks pretty well rounded. He's fighting Markel Medeiros. 10-1. I believe 2 wins, 2-0 in the UFC. His last fight, he fought Austin Hubbard, split decision win at UFC Mexico on March 29th. He put out a good performance. I picked him to win that, and I'm gonna pick him to win here again. Markel is actually, sliding under the radar surely but slowly. Um, I think he should have been able to finish Austin Hubbard by submission. He was not able to, but here I think he's got the better striking. The grappling, he has pretty decent grappling. So does Mark. Um, but I think Markel is just going to be able to use the veteran experience he's already has 2 UFC fights. Mark is making his UFC debut on very short notice, a little over a week notice. So I'm going to be able to expect Markel Medeiros to come in here. He's had a full fight camp. He's meant to fight last weekend. He's fighting this weekend. And he was meant to fight Balazioki, who's a very good guy. He just won last weekend. Got a short notice opponent as well. And I think Markel's going to be able to get a 29-28 decision win. Using the striking. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I don't know why. Using the striking, shooting the takedowns, marking them in the clinch. I'm expecting Mark to come out here very energy reservant, taking his time, picking his shots, picking his takedowns very well, considering this is very short notice. But I think Markel is just going to be able to show, hey, man, you might be undefeated, but this is the UFC. This is where the big dogs fight. This is where you really need to be locked in completely and really be able to really put your skills together to make it. And I think Markel's just going to be able to win 2 to 3 rounds and take a 29-28 decision. Very close round, or very close fight. Markel's minus 245. Me personally, I wouldn't bet the 245 on Markel. I just take the underdog pass. If you want to bet on this fight, you should probably bet Mark, but don't bet Medeiros. You're going to be losing money even though because he's the favorite, so you'll make less money if he wins. Don't throw him in no parlays. I mean, actually, parlays aren't that bad. Just I wouldn't do like a single bet on him. But I'm gonna take Markel Medeiros. I might throw him in my parlay. So shout out Markel Medeiros. I'm gonna take him 29-28 decision. Second fight on the card: Quillen Salkill versus Yanal Ashmus. Kicking off with 2 lightweight fights. I think this is very basic. Quillen Salkill should and 100% win. He 100% should without a doubt. A lot of people are saying decision because Ashmus is tough. I'm gonna say around 2 TKO. Killing Swat Kill just made his debut at UFC 312. Knocked out Anshu Jubilee, the GOAT, in 12 seconds or 13 seconds. Hit him with right hand, right on the temple. He fell down to the side. 2 ground and pound shots, and it was done. Quillen's from Australia. He seems to be a very good lightweight prospect. He's got sharp, quick, elite striking. I'm not too familiar with his ground game. He really didn't. He couldn't show in his UFC debut. I'm expecting it to be shown a little bit in this fight against Yanal. Yanal is short. He's very short. Does not have a long range for lightweight. Really, I think he could probably make featherweight if he really tried. And I think Yanal's gonna have to mix up the wrestling. Shoot the takedown. If you can't get it back up, then hit the 1-2, the 1-3, rip the body shots, and like really in close. But I'm going to trust Killen to be able to stick him with the jab, right hand to the body, uppercut to the body, and when Al finally puts his hands down, blocking the body shot, right hand right on the side of the chin, drops him out. Killen Swat Kill, falls up the ground and pound, or gets a walk-off KO. I think it would be at distance, like in the middle of the cage, because, I was going to rush in with a big leap and overhand, right hand counter right down the pipe, and puts down Yanal. Shout out Quillen South Kill. I think he's really good. To be honest, I think he could be top 20, top 15 in a couple years. He's 8-1. Both men are 8-1. They're pretty early in their career. But I think Killen's just a way better dude on his feet, and I think that's really gonna show. You know, it's pretty decent. He's beat Trevor Peek and he beat Sam Patterson, which is ended up being a good win. But Sam Patterson moved up to welterweight, so uh, I don't rate the win because it was at. I mean, it's a good win, but it was at lightweight. It was their UFC debut for both men. I just think Quillen's way better. So give me Quillen style KO by round two KO, right hand down the pipe, follow up shots maybe to end it. Third fight on the card, featherweight division. Yo Sang Yu versus Jeka Saragi. I think this is very simple. Jeka Saragi is like, I think 1-2 in the UFC. He's not that good. And I really didn't watch any tape on him. I was trying to make this video early in the week. I saw some highlights and some other YouTube videos. Shout out Bedtime MMA and shout out Hoopero MMA. Those are like the main guys. And of course MMA Guru. I watched all of them in preparation. So yeah, I think Yu is gonna come out here, be able to work the boxing, work the wrestling, but basically I think this is gonna basically be a stand-up fight if I'm being honest. Maybe a little wrestling from Sergey. But I don't see Yu shooting takedowns. Sergey, he's very low level, but he does have some good power in his punches. But I'm gonna say Yu gets the TKO round one, to be honest. Sergey, he knocked out Luke Almeida after losing the fight, and it was in the first round, but he was losing the round up to the point. Lucas Almeida is no longer in the UFC. He got submitted by Weston Wilson. Uh, it's not a good win, not a bad win. It's not, Weston Wilson trains with some good guys like Stephen Thompson, so I think it's an okay win. I think people overhate Weston. So, but yeah, give me Joe saying you by KO round one, set him up, peppering him with the 1-2, the one uppercuts, just be able to pepper him against the cage. And I think he just eventually tees off, maybe gets a standing TKO. Sergey moving around, bobbing his head, all that good stuff, trying to defend and gets hit with too many shots, and the referee stops it round one. Probably like late round one, it's a pretty competitive fight in round one. Boom, you hits him with a clean shot, stumbles him against the cage, gets a standing TKO in round one. So give me Yo Sang Yu over Jake Sergey. And then we should probably cut Jackie Sergey. He's not that good. I don't think he's UFC worthy. I think he needs to go back to the regionals for a little while. So yeah. Fourth fight, Ariana Lipsy de Silva versus Kong Wang. Super easy fight to predict in my opinion. Kong Wang's gonna win by decision. She's an elite striker. She always wear like Joker face paint at the what's it called, weigh-ins. So that's pretty cool. And I think Lipsy's on the downfall. She had a little hype. Now she's losing multiple times in a row. And I'm gonna trust Kong Wang to come out here, light her up on the feet, just outclass her all 3 rounds, 30-27 decision. Kong Wang's a minus 500 favorite. So that's a 5-1 favorite. I personally don't think she should be that big of a favorite. I understand it's a very easy fight for her to get her into the rankings. But at the end of the day, she's on a 1 fight win streak. She came in here to the UFC, knocked out an absolute bum, don't even remember her name, but brutally knocked her out. Then got Gabrielle Fernandez, was lighting up Gabrielle Fernandez in the feet, and then got dropped with a counter shot and choked out unconscious. And then she came back to UFC 312. And who did she beat up? Dang, what's her name? Bruna Brazil. She trains with the fighting nerds, Prates, Silva, and Kaio, all them good guys. And what's his name? Mauricio. Yeah, she trains with an elite team, but I don't think Bruna Brazil like really stands up to, yeah, she okay. But yeah, Kongwen got a good win in her last one. And Lipsky, I forget who she lost to, but she lost to a couple good girls. She's 6-7 in the UFC. She's literally got a losing record. I don't know how she's in the rankings. But at the end of the day, I don't think she's that good. Let me check. Who did she just lose to? She's mostly losing by KO or decision. 40% KO losing rate. It's not that good. Okay, so she just lost to Karine Silva. That's a good loss. Karine Silva's pretty good. And then Jasmine Jasavicius is her last loss. That's also a really good win or lose. Like that's not a bad loss because Jasmine is doing so good right now. I think she's gonna be a future champion. So those aren't bad losses, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna hold it against her because they are losses, and she got dominated in both those fights. So give me Kong Wang. I think Kong Wang is gonna light her up with the leg kicks, light her up with the boxing combinations. Maybe do a head kick every once in a while, but I think in close, the hooks, the elbows, the 1-2s at range, maybe like not super forearms, the uppercuts, just the in close shots. I think are gonna be what mainly works for Kong Wang. I'm gonna say 30-27, 30-27, 30-26. I think she dominates Ariana Lipsky and gets in the top 15. So give me Kong Wang. That was the early prelims. Now on to the regular prelims. First fight, Chaos Williams versus Andreas Gustafsson. I've been going back and forth on this fight. My original pick was Chaos Williams, and then I was like, oh, that's right, Gustafsson's got some good wrestling. He's pretty good on the feet. He's like pretty good prospect. A lot of people got hype around him. They both been in fight camp. Gustafsson was meant to fight last weekend. His opponent pulled out. Got a new opponent. He pulled out. Chaos was always meant to fight this week. Sorry, I just had to burp. Um, his original opponent pulled out. Then his replacement opponent also pulled out. So they both are in the same situation. They put Gustafsson 1 week later to this weekend against Chaos Williams, and I think it's a great fight. I think this is a fun fight. I was gonna pick Williams, and then I was gonna pick Gustafsson. But I like Chaos Williams. I'm gonna trust him to get it done by round 3 TKO. I think this is gonna be an absolute war. I mean, Chaos Williams coming off a brutal loss to Gabriel Bonfim, but he's fighting Stephen Thompson. Doesn't deserve to, but it's all good. But nonetheless, Chaos Williams put up a really good fight against a big name, a big prospect, a huge dude for 170, and Gabriel for not Gabriel for Bonfim. So I think Chaos Williams, he 100% has the UFC advantage. His last two losses are Gabriel Bonfim, who is a big prospect, and Randy Brown, who is the best unranked welterweight and deserved to fight Wonder Boy. So those are the last two losses. And the loss of Bonfim was excuse me, the loss with Brown was a split decision loss. So that's not a bad look. Well, Andreas Gustafsson, a lot of his wins are about finish, especially early on. But I'm gonna trust Williams in here to be able to use the UFC experience. I think he's gonna be absolute war. Gustafsson gets a couple takedowns, maybe holds down Williams the entire first round. Williams starting to warm up. Then second round he comes back a little bit. Maybe still loses the second round. He's down 2 rounds. Gustafsson starts to tire because he's in there with an elite guy who's putting a pace on him on the feet. And then boom, one shot. Williams drops him out, and gets a comeback behind victory. Maybe Gustafsson gets too confident on the feet, starts swinging in the pocket. Boom, overhand. Boom, left hook. Like, bang, bang, and puts him out. And Williams wins by KO round 3, comeback win. Amazing fight. Respect for both men. They both are good. They both have some potential at 170. But I'm going to pick Chaos Williams to come here and use his experience to get the KO win over Gustafsson. Next fight. Excuse me. I have a runny nose. Dude, who? Next fight, Sergey Spivak versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. I believe Spivak is the favorite, which I don't blame because he is high ranked. He's fought the better guys. He's fought Cyril Gahn, Marcin Tybura, Jailton Almeida, Derek Lewis, all that fun stuff. But I'm gonna pick Waldo Cortez Acosta. I've been going back on this fight a little bit. I think it's gonna be boring, to be honest. But I'm gonna pick Waldo Cortez Acosta by decision. Um, I saw someone say that when Sergey Spivak gets some adversity, he quits and he ends up getting finished. I believe that's true. He was doing well against Jailton Almeida, got hit with a right hand, and then quit and got finished in the first round. So he did quit. Cyril Gahn, he just got frankly he got beat up and he got dominated in that fight. And those are like his last two losses. And he quit in those fights. So and Waldo Cortez Acosta has some good steam behind him. He's got some good momentum. Sergey Spivak's minus 140. Slight favorite. But I would take the under money. If you're gonna bet, I think Walter Cortez Acosta is a good underdog pick. Um, he's got some heavy hands. Just knocked out Ryan Spann. He knocked out Lucas Brzezinski, but that's not a good win. He got cut. And Ryan Spann was, he's an okay name at 205, moved up to heavyweight, got KO'd by Waldo. I'm gonna say Waldo comes in here, he's older by 3 years, which is insane to me. 3 years, 4 months. But I'm gonna say he just uses the bigger build. I think he's stronger on the feet, and I think he's gonna be able to, counter out Sergey Spivak's wrestling. Come in here, beat him up on the feet a little bit. Sergey quits, just covers up against the cage, and probably just drops to the knees and gets TKO. I'm gonna say round 1 or 2. I think Sergey Spivak's gonna realize his wrestling isn't gonna work pretty early. Gets hit with a big shot. Sergey tries to throw him back, gets hit with another big shot, and then understands, okay, I'm outclassed here on the power and on the feet. And kind of with Cyril just gets beat up body and head on the against the cage and gets stopped. Walter Cortez Costa is then going to be in the top 10 of the 275-pound ranking, which I think he deserves. I think he's very underrated. To be honest, I could see him making top 5, top 6, top 7, that top like little area, losing to the likes of Curtis Blaze and all of them, Pavlovich, Volkov. But I can see him beating a Marcin Tybura. I can see him beating a Taito Ivasa, Shamil Gaziev, all those guys, and just staying at the kind of the upper top of the heavyweight division. So give me Waldo Cortez Acosta to beat Sergey Spivak by decision. Next fight, Azamat Murzakanov versus Brenson Ribeiro. Azamat was meant to fight Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker pulled out with the injury, and then now is apparently fighting Zhang Meng Yang in August on the China card. Weird situation. I was looking forward to Azamat destroying Johnny Walker, sleeping him out cold, but I kind of see the same thing happening. Brenson Ribeiro, he's on a 2-fight win streak against, oh my gosh, what are these dudes' names? Kyle Machado and some dude making his UFC debut. I want to make sure I said the name right. He's from Dai Dair Nurguzag. Nurguzay. I don't know, but he beat that guy, submitted him, and then he beat Kyle Machado in his last 2 fights. He almost lost to Kyle Machado, by the way, which would have been embarrassing. But Asmat Mercado, he's undefeated. He hits really hard. He's 36, but he hits really hard. He's got really good striking. His gas tank's a little bit of an issue. I personally think his submission game is pretty good. Wrestling is pretty unknown, in my opinion. He mostly keeps his fights standing. But call me crazy. I think Asmat gets him out here round one. To be honest, I think Brenson's okay on the feet. Maybe round two. Brenson's pretty good on the feet. He's all right. Got some good body kicks. I think that's his best weapon. And the 1-2s, especially the jabs. He got good jabs and good body kicks. I think those are his biggest weapons. However, Azamat's an elite boxer. We saw him losing the fight, I believe, against Devin Clark. He was down on the scorecards, came out here and put a beating on Devin Clark and ended up choking him in the third round. I do believe that was Azamat. I do believe. I remember that might have been in Zechiku, but let me check. Oh, okay, he grounded to pound him. Yeah, yeah. It was round three. I was right. He got him out to round three, but I don't know why I thought he got the submission. He got the TKO. But yeah, I think Azamat's gonna come in here, set him up, like wind him up slowly with the boxing, set him up with the shots, and then bang, big shot right on the side of the head. Brenson drops, and that's gonna be it. I think Azamat's gonna get a clean win, clean KO, and have a very impressive performance. And then he can maybe fight the loser of Jamal Hill and Claire Roundtree, maybe the loser of Nikita Krylov and Bogdan Goskov, someone like that, someone above him in the rankings. So give him Azamat Mezarkanov by KO round 1 or 2. Next fight, feature prelim. I'm excited for this one. Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. And Joshua Van, his win streak will continue. He will fight Brandon Moreno in early 2026. Joshua Van is a dog. He got KO'd by Charles Johnson a couple fights ago, but that's not a big deal. Charles Johnson is really good. He's just outside the rankings. He just got beat out the rankings, but I thought he kind of won the fight, to be honest. But Joshua Van's good. He doesn't have power. He doesn't have a lot of power, but he beats the hell out of his opponents with the boxing. He's got good wrestling too. He got really good takedown defense. That's why his wrestling isn't shown a lot, but when it is, he's able to get back on feet and wrestle really good defensively. And Joshua Van, I think he's gonna come in here, light up Bruno Silva all 3 rounds for a decision win. 30-27, 30-27, 30-27, all 30-27s. Just 1-2, one uppercut, bang 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 bang. Line him up against the cage, double hooks to the body, jab to the body, overhand over the top. I think he's gonna come in here, put on a masterful performance, and move up the flyweight rankings. It's pretty simple. Joshua Van is gonna beat up Bruno Silva, light him up with the boxing. Leg kicks are gonna be there. Knees up the middle to the face. When Bruno's trying to take down, knee up the middle, step back 1-2. So give me Joshua Van by decision, 30-27 across the board. Open up the main card. Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland. All right. My best friend, one of my best friends, Mike Martin, he hates Kevin Holland or Mayton. I don't know. I think it's Mike Martin. But anyway, my bad if I mispronounced your last name. But he hates Kevin Holland. Dude, I love Kevin Holland. I was really gonna pick him. A lot of people are picking Kevin Holland. Uh, I'm picking Luque, dude. I said it. I'm picking Luque. I'm picking him by submission as well. Luque's got clean dart strokes, and Kevin Holland got dart stroked by Hamzat Samayev. Um, Luque, he's on the decline, to be completely honest with you. Coming off a great win over Temba Garimbo. Everybody should have picked that. Everybody should expect that. But a lot of people were picking Temba. I don't know why. But Kevin Holland, he just beat Gunnar Nelson. Quick comeback. That was in London, March 22nd, I believe. So that's like a 2 month turnaround, or little over 2 months. Sorry, little over 2 months, 2.5. But Kevin Hall show some good striking. Almost knocked out Gunnar Nelson in the first round. He's got good 1-2s, good body kicks, good leg kicks, and he fights awkwardly. He shoots in, he slides out, he darts in, darts out, all that type of stuff. I'm gonna say Luke. It's on the feet. Luke gets the body lock, takedown. Holland's able to get back up. He's in the sprawl. Luque locks up the Darce choke. Kevin Holland tries his best to fight out. It's in there for a quick second, but then Kevin Holland taps out. Luque keeps his top 15 ranking, number 15. I'm gonna say Luque by submission, round two, round three. I think Luque's gonna get busted up in the first round. The 1-2s, the front kicks to the body kicks, the leg kicks, just busted up at range. Not really able to come in. Maybe he comes in, slips the shot, hits Holland hard, and Holland just shakes his head, that type of stuff. And I think Holland's gonna be winning the fight, to be honest. But I think Holland tries stepping in with the elbow. Luque gets the body lock, spins him around, takedown, and locks in the arm triangle or the Darce choke, something like that to really like somewhere like it's a good position. Holland tries scrambling. He gets locked in it and taps out. So give me Vicente Luque by submission. But Holland is a big favorite, I believe. Yeah, he's minus 275. He's a pretty alright favorite. I personally don't think so. I think Luque is winning. So give me Luque by submission. Next fight. Public enemy number one, Mario Bautista versus the debuting Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix is a favorite. Hey, yo, Mario Bautista, you're getting submitted, brother. I'm picking Patchy Mix by submission around. Um, dang. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Patchy Mix by submission. Probably, I want to say, probably the later rounds. I think Mario Bautista warms up a little bit, catches Patchy coming in. Patchy's, I think it's a pretty even fight on the feet. To be honest, I think Mario has the wrestling advantage by a little bit, but I think Patchy Mix will be able to, for the most part, cancel it out. All Mario wants to do is hit you with the jabs and hold you against the cage and stomp on your feet and be weird and be lame. But I'm gonna say Patchy Mix says no, 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 no. You're fighting a real fighter. You're fighting a big dog. You're fighting a dude in his prime that hasn't even fought in the UFC. But I think Patchy Mix is top five, top six, top four, a top bantamweight in the world. And I think he should be able to get through Mario Bautista, finish him, to be honest. So I'm gonna say Patchy Mix. Yeah, Mario Bautista maybe takes him down. Patchy's fighting off his back, tries scrambling up. Mario tries to get in the back. Patchy reverses the position, locks him in an armbar, locks him in like a bang, right, really quick submission. Mario wasn't prepared for it and ends up having to tap out. Maybe even a rear naked choke or a guillotine somewhere. Mario's like trying to do something, trying to move position, trying to get to the feet, and boom, just locks in. And Patchy Mix submits him. I want to say round two. I'm saying round two. Mario probably, to be honest, probably maybe wins round one in a boring fashion. But Matt, it's really close. It could swing either way. Patchy's warming up to the UFC spotlight, and then boom, round two, he's locked in, gets a submission. So give me Patchy Mix by submission. Shout out Patchy Mix. I love to have you on the channel, brother. I'm a huge fan. Love Patchy Mix. I mean, he's beat the likes of Sergio Pettis. What's his name? The one Russian dude. Oh, there's one Russian dude he's submitted. Oh my gosh, bro. It's like Magomed something. Magomedov. He beat Rafael Stoltz by a KO. He's beat the Magomedov dude twice, by the way. Both times. First time he submitted him, both time he won a split decision. And he's beat Kiori Horiguchi, who is coming back to the UFC, the flyweight division, who's a really good guy. So give me Patchy Mix by submission, my friend. Next fight. Featured fight of the card. Don't know why this is the featured fight. Where'd it go right here? Fight number 11. Middleweight division. Kevin Holland versus Joe Pyfer. Body bags. The biggest Mexican hater. Body bags. Um, I'm gonna say Joe Pyfer by decision. I was thinking KO, but I'm just trusting. I'm praying. I'm hoping Kevin Gastelum gets that diet right in this fight camp because it's at middleweight, so he can slack off a little bit if he wanted to. He's only 33. He's not even that old. He's a 300 plus 300 favorite, which is crazy to me. I don't think he should be that big. Probably like 250 at max, but 280 at max. But um, I'm gonna say Pyfer by 30-27 decision. Busting up the face, busting up the body kicks. The 1-2 is really gonna work. The uppercuts are really gonna work. Maybe even a couple elbows, stepping elbows in the body. The hooks of the body, I think, are also gonna really work. Kelvin's a little short for 185. He's not like tall. He's not like a big build. He's got an okay reach, not that long. Piper's got a 4-inch reach advantage on him. I think he's going to be able to come in here and just beat him up, bust him out with the boxing. Third 27s across the scorecard. Piper gets another win, and then maybe we give him someone right outside that rankings, like the loser of no, he already lost to Jack Hermanson. Damn, I don't know who you give him. Maybe someone like Bo Nickel. Who knows? I don't really care to be honest. Yeah, give him Michel Pereira. Screw it, give him Michel Pereira. Let's let him beat him, and then he can get a ranking. So yeah. I think Joe Piper's got this one in the bag. You know, just to be honest, just outboxing him and beating up that body. Maybe he stops him with a body shot. He does got really hard body shots, and Kevin Gastelum's a little pudgy. He doesn't even eat the best. Neither do I, so I can't talk. But he be eating them tacos during fight week, so maybe bang, uppercut to the liver, hook to the liver, and KG just drops, and Piper gets a body shot TKO. But give me Joe Piper. Co-main event. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison minus 625 favorite in her third UFC fight against the champion, Juliana Pena, who I personally thought lost to Raquel. Doesn't matter. Split decision. Really close fight. Don't really care anyway. Uh, I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. Kayla Harrison's going to come in here and beat the hell out of Juliana Pena. I'm going to say Kayla Harrison by TKO, ground TKO, round, round three or four maybe. Pena survives. Pena was like really tough. She took an absolute beating from Nunes on the feet and kept coming forward. But I think it's time we do the Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes mega fight. Amanda Nunes is coming back. Let's let her fight Kayla Harrison. I think Kayla Harrison and Pena are gonna have I actually think they might have like a little entertaining fight on the feet. Kayla throwing some body kicks. So, some 1-2, some hooks. When they're in the clinch, kneeing that body a lot. But I think Kayla's gonna be able to throw the judo hips, double leg, single leg, trying to get whatever ankle picks, do whatever. Just dominate Juliana on the ground with the wrestling. Elbowing the hell out of her head, punching her in, knee in the body, hooks to the body, and the half guard or the full guard on the back. Tries locking the serenity chokes. Maybe the blood stops. It's a little slippery to sweat too. But eventually, Kayla just raining down elbows and side control, Pena covering up, and it's eventually stopped. Maybe even a doctor stoppage, but I don't know. I think Kayla's just gonna be able to come in here, elbow the hell out of Pena, beat the hell out of her. And new women's bantamweight champion, Kayla Harrison, moves to 19-1. She's a big favorite. I think that's actually correct. So give me Kayla Harrison. I think it's a pretty simple breakdown. Kayla Harrison's way better than Pena, and she's gonna win. So yeah, and new champion. Main event. Dvalishvili versus Sean O'Malley. The rematch. I'm a big O'Malley fan. I think he deserves it. I don't care. I'm fine with it. Alright, I'm gonna try to be non-biased. Call me from I picked Marab against Umar, so y'all can't say nothing. I'm picking Sean O'Malley by KO, man. Get the hell out of here, bro. O'Malley ruined my parlay last time. It was a 6-leg parlay. I hit the first 5 legs, and O'Malley ruined it against Marab. But I don't care. Marab's a minus 300 favorite. I think it's a little fair, to be honest. But O'Malley was injured, and he went to a 48-47 decision against Marab on one of the scorecards. Bro, Umar also was injured and lost. He had a hand injury. O'Malley had like a hip injury and a hand injury. He had a couple injuries. But I'm going to say O'Malley comes in here. He's ready. Leg kicks, front kicks to the body. Bang, piping them straights on that big nose of Marab. I'm a Marab fan too. But pop, bang. Flips that, pop, bang. Lighting Marab up on the feet. Marab gets a couple takedowns. I think Marab definitely gets that first round. Maybe we'll hold down O'Malley a little bit, not as much. O'Malley's throwing that teep. He even hurt Marab to the liver or the body with a front kick to the body. He really hurt him in the fifth round, had Marab running for his life. So I think O'Malley's going to come in here. And I think early in the fight, like round 2, round 3, Marab shoots a takedown. O'Malley, stops it on the break, hits an uppercut. Marab maybe stumbles, tries to shoot another one. O'Malley lands a knee. Marab goes down, ground and pounds the hell out of him. O'Malley wins the belt back and new 2-time UFC bantamweight champion, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Let's go, man. Let's go. I love O'Malley. So I'm going to pick O'Malley to come in here, catch him with a knee. I think it's going to be a really competitive fight. I think O'Malley's going to, be a little wear down. Marab's able to wear on everybody with the cardio. But I think O'Malley's gonna be able to target that body with knees, with straight shots. The straight to the body. Um, maybe when Marab's shooting in, he's able to stop it and, just get in the sprawl and just start ripping the hell out of Marab's body in sprawl position. So, and against the cage, he's able to knee Marab's body when Marab tries to hold against the cage. So I think I'm really out of breath. I'm sorry, bro. I'm tired. I think Marab is going to be able to come in here, wrestle a little bit, be able to wear on O'Malley a little bit. But eventually, he's going to get overconfident. He's going to think he can just shoot back-to-back takedowns. O'Malley's going to have it coming. He's already going to have to shoot one. O'Malley's going to rip the uppercut. Marab gets hurt, tries to shoot another one, eats the knee, goes down, and punches, hammer fist, elbows, the downward elbows because those are legal now. And Marab gets a little bloodied up, and it might be a little bit of an early stoppage. Marab was covering up like this, and O'Malley stops him around 2 or 3, you know, gets the KO, and Marab loses the belt. O'Malley's a 2-time UFC bantamweight champion. Let's go, stick a shot. Yes, sir. No, but yeah, O'Malley is winning. I think he's gonna win by KO. But yeah, that is my UFC 316 Marab versus O'Malley rematch number 2, full fight card predictions and breakdown. Let me know what y'all think. Sorry, I had a little, I had a little too much energy in that main event. Love Sugar Sean. So yeah, give me Sean O'Malley by KO round 2 or 3. So yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Oh my god, my friend is blowing up my phone. But yeah, I don't care. Uh, appreciate y'all watching. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know who y'all got in the fights. Let me know all that good stuff. Even if you care about Kong Wang versus Ariana Lipsky, let me know who you think's gonna win. I'm open to hear any and all predictions. And again, appreciate y'all for watching. And I'm out.